mild. It didn't taste fishy, and it was super palatable. I ate the whole thing. The other ones, I could only have a tiny nibble of.
A's for awesome.
This one tasted the best.
It's really good though. I would go with this one.
Okay.
So I like that nuttier type of taste.
Show Orlaby was our product.
Oh.
That was one.
Okay, so can you just show the camera? You can just pull it off. The back has what is on it. Yep.
Hopefully it's yours. Yep.
I think the size is smaller, more palatable. I also felt the taste seems a little fresher.
Go with Utopia. So much better.
There's very little flavor to it. It's just very mellow and gentle, and it wasn't overpowering. It didn't give me like a bitterness or any kind of lingering taste in my mouth. It was very and smooth. It wasn't pretty.
This one tasted the best.
So Utopia, definitely the best. It does have a green flavor, but it's just green. The other ones taste like dirt, if not worse. This is my choice.
Welcome to Income Taxes for Financial Accounting and Reporting in a Snap. When you're done with this course, you will be another step closer to passing that CPA exam. I'm Liz Cho and I'll be your host today. I'm a CPA and former accounting professor. I've mentored many students who went from hopeless to passing the CPA exam. I also studied for the CPA exam for 3 months and passed all 4 parts on the first try. And I was not a great accounting student. So that gives me a unique perspective and helps me to really simplify those dense accounting topics. You know, those accounting topics that make you wanna... But don't worry, I've made it my job to focus on what's important and weed out all the white noise. So after you finish this course, you will have a solid understanding of income taxes for financial accounting, meaning you will be able to calculate income tax expense for current taxable income and deferred taxes. You will also be able to record those journal entries for taxable income, deferred taxes, and net operating losses. You know, all those sexy conversation topics that get you hot dates. So how are we going to do this? First, we'll cover income tax expense for taxable income in the current year. Then we'll learn the ins and outs of deferred taxes and net operating losses. Finally, we'll review some practice problems issued by the AICPA, the makers of the CPA exam. Can't get any more real than that. The students that will get the most out of this course will be those that are studying for the CPA exam or intermediate accounting. So take a look at the free previews and let's get through income taxes for financial accounting together.
In the air to left, that's going to send Ozuna back onto the track in front of the Clevelander. He's climbing the wall and he caught it. He brought a home run back to end the inning. Slash down the left field line. Here comes Nick around third, and the Braves have won it 6-5. Adams comes through with a game-winning hit.
Up and away, number 30 for Giancarlo Stanton. 4 home runs against the Phillies in this series. My goodness, he is on fire.
Hanging curveball, hangs no longer, deep to right field. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Our Facebook Game of the Week comes to you from SunTrust Park in Atlanta. It's the Marlins and Braves. Miami has won 6 of 8, while Atlanta has dropped 7 of their last 8 games. Both teams trying to win and get hot heading into the rest of August and September and taking some momentum into the offseason. Hey everyone, welcome into Warming Up, MLB.com's pregame show right here on Facebook Live. Tim McMaster here along with Jim Duquette, Joe Frisaro, Mark Bowman. Our writers are out at the ballpark. They're going to join us. We want you to be part of the show as well. Get the comments in on Facebook and we will answer your questions and talk about the topics that you want us to. And one thing we need to talk about, Duke, is the fact that while both these teams have certainly struggled in the standings, there's a lot of young talent on both these rosters.
Well, there is, and I think that's the interesting thing is we'll talk a little later is which team is better poised to start to compete next year. We thought that the Miami Marlins might, but they've had a host of injuries. The Braves are still on the rise. We'll talk a little bit about that. I think the other part about this, Miami starting to, after a really slow start, starting to play a lot better. They've won their four straight series, and if you look at what they've done here recently, 9 of 13 rather, and since the end of May, 34-25, pretty impressive. When you look at the other side, the Braves have kind of started to fall backwards a little bit. Unfortunately, they were really close to being at 500 near the break, and have lost 13 of their last 17, primarily because of their pitching and some injuries. Matt Kemp injury has really affected their offense.
All right, and you look at this Braves team as we shift gears a little bit. And a week ago, we had the Braves on Facebook Live, and we were talking about Dansby Swanson getting sent down, and obviously a bit of a bummer for this Braves team and the guy that's kind of the face of the franchise going forward. But this week we get to talk about Ozzie Albies coming up. And the goal is that eventually the two of those guys are playing up the middle for this team as a double play combination. But Albies is up and off to a great start with his first homer.
Off to a great start. I mean, you look at the youngest Brave did a home run in his first game, I think since Andrew Jones did it when he was age 19. But he's right now the youngest player in the major leagues. They have high hopes for him. He's a guy that's stolen a lot of bases, too, in the minor leagues, 21 bags. And that's what's going to be his game. He's not going to have as much power, although he has more power than you would think. He's kind of a Jose Altuve, hopefully Altuve type of player. But you're going to see the stolen bases and just that energy that you like to see at the top of the lineup eventually. He's going to be a top of the lineup type of hitter, I believe. And he and Swanson may be 1 and 2 in the lineup down the road, maybe 2018.
All right, when you look at these lineups, some stuff to watch. You have one guy you're kind of keeping your eye on both of these teams. First of all, on the Reds, you really like Scooter Gennett.
I love Scooter Gennett, not just because his name. I love his name, obviously, but this guy's been the hottest hitter for the Reds. He's hitting .471 on the young season. He's having great at-bats, especially with 2 strikes. I saw him over the weekend in Cincinnati, and he's only struck out 1 time, but he's having quality at-bats, putting the ball in play, and obviously leading this team in hitting.
And then on the Pirates side, Starling Marte, obviously he's the center fielder now for this team, and he is a big part of making this team tick. And if they're going to have a successful season and surprise people, he's going to have to be great.
Yeah, he's got 1 home run, 1 RBI on the year, but this guy is too good. He's got too much talent to keep him down, and he's able to face a familiar foe. The first couple series were against American League teams that he's not familiar with. So now, playing against the Reds, who he's faced his whole career, he should have a little more success this series.
All right, we're going to play some rapid fire now with Danny Graves. So you got to give me one or the other and then a little reasoning as to why. First rapid fire question, who's going to have more strikeouts in this game tonight, Brault or Bailey?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Homer Bailey, just for the fact that I assume he's going to be in there a little bit longer, pitch more innings, because Stephen Brault is coming out of the bullpen for a spot start.
All right, next one is this whole weekend series, so not just tonight, but who's going to have more hits, your guy Scooter Gennett or Josh Bell on the other side?
They're going to think that I'm on the Gennett bandwagon, but I'm going to go with Scooter on this one, just for the fact that Josh Bell, to me, is the only guy on this Pirates lineup that you cannot let beat you. He's so hot on the year right now. He can put the ball out of the ballpark with the best of them. I think Scooter Gennett's going to have more opportunities.
All right, for the series, another one, who's going to have more RBIs, Duvall or Polanco?
I'm going to go with Adam Duvall on this one, because Polanco is in the 2-hole typically. Duvall is more in an RBI situation down in the lineup, 4th or 5th in that lineup.
This one's red-centric. What's more likely to happen? Will it be a Joey Votto home run or a Hamilton stolen base?
Okay, so I'm going to have to go with the Billy Hamilton stolen base on this one, and not to take anything away from Joey Votto. We know he's going to have a ton of home runs at the end of the season, but you mentioned earlier, Tim, the wind's blowing out to left. He can hit him out to left, but it's cold out here, and the ball's not traveling as well as it does when it's hot.
It's not fun running in this cold.
No, definitely not.
Right?
Definitely not.
The other one on the Pirates side, Starling Marte. Will he steal a base, or will Francisco Cervelli throw out a base runner, maybe Billy Hamilton?
I'm going to have to go with Starling Marte getting a stolen base, just for the fact that Francisco Cervelli, he has to depend on the pitchers being quick to the plate and holding runners on. So, I got to always stick up for the catchers.